Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for May 7th, and today we are playing Chainbreaker going from Vengewood to Derelict Starship and then up against Argoloth. Chainbreaker definitely, in my opinion, one of the top classes out there. A little bit finicky in their turn order, and that might make some issues, but otherwise, our mods here start with Wollow's Bloodletter. I still don't appreciate that that's green, because that's like absolutely useless to us. I don't even know if we can officially grind it now that Shadow Set even reduces our HP. So we're probably going to just throw that on the ground and ignore it, because taking damage, as we discussed last video, is worse than losing a turn. So we don't want to do it. Last two waves of all combat spawn at once. That's a bit tricky for Chainbreaker, but it's probably actually going to work in our benefit quite a bit, especially if we scale up good enough. Because of the way that Chainbreaker works, if we're able to get like a decent amount of martial artistry at the end of a wave, and then at the start of the second turn, they go ahead and spawn in all the enemies, our Eruption has a decent AoE to it and deals 200 damage. And so if we can get that to cost at least 2 is good. If we can get it to cost 1, that'd be even better. Or even potentially free. I don't think that's happening though. And then of course spawn 3 treasure pots instead of 1. That is, we got great single target, so we should be able to kill treasure pots. The only thing that I'm worried about is, are we going to be able to kill treasure pots and do everything else? Because all of our damage is mostly like single target, except for Eruption, which at a baseline is not a good skill for 3 will. So you end up having to do a lot of single target before you can do your AoE, unless we draft a skill to accommodate for that. And our trinket today is Forgery Forge, which means that if we hold on to money, we gain more money. That's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. I don't know why this is still in the game. I guess I don't know anything. But especially with the Icarus project giving us 3 treasure pots, we can make a lot of money. Like, a lot of money. So then we're looking at stuff that scales off of how much money we have, stuff like Miser's Purse, stuff like, doesn't Quilling Hoarder give us damage per money? I don't think that that's true, but Mumsy's definitely does. If Mumsy shows up, then it's pretty much GG at that point. But otherwise, we can feel free to reroll a ton of sets. Let me just check this. Yep, it's got Shadow on it. No, because I'm pretty sure this doesn't count as getting hit, so it won't even like proc Vigorous. And all these other effects, I really don't care. So this is probably going on the ground, because again, if we were to grind this, then we'd end up having Shadow take 1 damage. Why does that not say lose 1 HP? I swear to God I read that that's how this works. If this is still just take 1 damage, then this is free. We just gotta find a source of shielding. Well, I'm willing to test it, but I'm pretty sure someone, I think it was even a dev, told me that this Shadow Set now takes HP. Because if that's the case, then we need to F8 that it should state such. Anyways, let's get started. I'm also concerned about Chainbreaker versus Little or Lusk, because of the need for like AoE in that fight. Could you get rid of that, please? Thank you. Here it is. Well, it's big if true. Inflict 10 poison to all enemies. If they already had poison, inflict 20. We're not really defensive enough, I believe, for that. Impact Fist giving physical. Eh? I think Magic Runic Strike is probably the best thing here. And I really don't like it. Yeah, I'm between Hard Rock and a place. I think we're getting rid of, we're going to take Magic Runic Strike. It's decent. Helps our turn 1 slightly. If we were concerned about a turn 1, we would have actually taken the poison because it was most likely to make sure that we actually like dispatch our enemies. I don't think we really need more Quillings. I would rather get more Tarnished Vaults, get a set going right away. And I threw it on the ground. Welcome to the real world, jackass. I'll tell you what though, this sucker Crittin is definitely going to be helpful. How are you not... Oh, because I hit you with the... Come on, man. We're going to miss this. Are we? Even if I hit... I would have to hit you twice. Wait, no, because then you take 100. Yeah, because if I knock into you, that's not going to do enough. Well, we should have taken the poison. Well, at least we're only missing a turn, I guess? I don't know. Little upsetty spaghetti on that one. We even got the crit and everything. We currently have 0 Omni damage, but as soon as we grind this, that's not going to work anymore. Is there any sets here that we could work into? Not really. Let's go ahead and re-roll this. Not feeling this. I don't like it. A verdant seed. We could go into that. I could dig that. We're also going to be able to get Eviscerator 3 if we take Bramble Dullos, which gives us a bonus attack to the nearest enemy. I'm actually about that. Soften Wispit isn't bad either, because that's technically going to give us the same damage bonus and then get better. But we really only use physical damage like half the time, so we're only getting half the benefit out of this. I still think that Bramble Dullos is the play, simply because of what they've given us. Now, if this does take our health like I was told that it does, we are kind of screwed on points. We're going to have to find some way to heal and fight, which I know that Chainbreaker has access to. Okay, why did I take nothing? On turn end, take 1 damage. That's probably how that works then. Regardless, we need to figure out how to get all these pots. You guys are just far enough away that I can only get 2 pots. Well then, this is actually better use of my time. I'm gonna move up here. Hopefully that coerces them to all get together. Holy moly. I think we're going to take some damage. We at least got one. This is going to be completely free. Yeah, we are going to take a ton. Oh, we didn't get those guys. That is misfortunate. We're going to take a ton of damage. So I guess what I'm going to do is take this prickly puffer now. This is kind of a tough ask. 202. This was 115, right? We gotta hit you with this. We're also going to lose a turn. Alright, we really need better skills. May honestly be Blighted Chi Eruption. Not sure that we want to grab 2 bonus damage on Physical Strike, because there's definitely better blues and purples that we could be taking. Yeah, and we need to solve heavies. That's obviously where our problem is right now. I'll tell you what. Like, we might as well, right? As much as Stone Blossom looks great, Gain 1 stack of blur and gains critical charge. I can get behind that. Incendiary also isn't bad. We get to use Thaumaturge set then. After Image is just good. If we get quickened on it and then we use our combo on it, then it's a free skill that gives us like feasibly unlimited block versus Argoloth. Solves our defense for that fight. Otherwise, Incendiary, good damage, but I don't know. It's probably supposed to be Cone of Frost, to be perfectly honest. Cone of Frost into Eruption. Well, we can't Cone of Frost into Eruption, but we would Cone of Frost first to hit everything. Everything's poisoned. Then we can do Eruption afterwards. Hit everything that already has Frostbite, which means that it's going to do like 65 damage in addition to its own damage being buffed due to our Shadow. Yeah, it's honestly probably Cone of Frost. I do like the after image idea though. I would have really preferred to have seen Smoke Bomb. Do we want to grind anything here? Not really, but we could go on to the next area and then grind something out of that. Or is it a Binding Empowerment? It might be a Binding Empowerment. Disintegrate is useful for the boss. Why, yes, I love Quickened Frost. That's interesting. I like the idea of that. I need more augments. Looks like we're going to take a little bit of damage here too. That's unfortunate. Well, not much we can do. Thank you all for gathering here today. We're going to take another 4 damage. There's not really much that we can do about that. Could have used this potion. Hmm. Trying to think what we possibly could have done. Do we have a vestigial? Yes, we do. Okay, I'm willing to take this. Which isn't quite going to get us to Shadow 3 yet. One shield isn't really going to do much for us here. Willing to reroll. Hmm. I think that that's going to help quite a bit. If anything, Shadow got buffed. If it can still be blocked by shields and it's at the end of turn now, you don't necessarily need Bastion. Who said that this was nerfed? What? Maybe the values got nerfed, but that's still ridiculous. Alright. I think we honestly want to grind that right now. Everything else is a little bit too important for us. Ayo, you got... Yes? We now have enough Bastion to offset the Shadow, so we can buy this, we can buy this. Do we take the Faulty Flask just to help us out? I think we do. And then we grind Faulty Flask, get Vigorous. It's that but better. And then we also get Treasure Hunter, so then when we come across our next set of treasure pots, that's just 30 Omni damage. I think we buy this whole shop. Oh, baby! And then we can also grind this. It basically just folds into our character at that point. Frees out the slot. So we're going to grind this and this. Alright. We've now got some damage multipliers. And some poison. Thank God that actually kills. We're good. We got 3. Oh, you know what? That's probably what they did, was they increased the damage that we take. But even still, it's so easy to gain shielding in this game. Well, on most classes. Disclaimer. This is gonna hurt. Didn't I just gain combo? I just gained combo. Oh, I have the damage. I thought that it was a buff over here for some reason. Thought I saw it over there before. Yeah, right? 40 Omni damage, 70 Omni damage. Yep, okay, it's in play. Just wanted to check. Then it really should be a buff. That doesn't need to... That's not necessarily better. I might as well just punch you. Okay, we do need to put some extra investment into defenses. Because we are just taking chip damage. Sure, why not? And we should just be able to smack you this time. Yep. Boop. One extra turn. That's fair. Jinx. Nah, we really need the defenses. I think we gotta take Shield Wall, or at least Restoration. But I feel like Shield Wall is just better than Restoration, personally. Like, Restoration gets better with augments for sure, but yeah. Would much rather have access to emergency shielding, personally. Magic Runic Strike inflicts 1 sap, which means that if we kill an enemy by end of turn, we get some benefit for it. This makes this our single target skill and like hella single target skill. Invigorating Eruption is weird. It requires like a 3-turn setup. And during bosses, we really don't have that option. Otherwise, it can give you a ton of Omni damage, but we also have a fair amount of Omni damage. And to take something that's only going to give us, like, let's even say, like, it triples our Omni damage, right? We somehow manage to hit, like, 6 enemies. Well, all those enemies are dead, and we got 2 will to do with that. So it really doesn't increase Eruption's damage by that much. I mean, we get to use Runic Strike. Like, that's about it. I would much rather just have a very good single target. Like, if this was any sort of plus damage, I would probably take it, but I can't be using that as a buff, not for how much it costs.
Whatever plant popped up in the Atheneum sure is making everywhere smell nice. Miss the scent of that gardener's work. Smells like chaos.
Yes, I never did believe she'd agree to that ludicrous detente for long. I'm sure her reappearance will begin to stir the pot.
No, Nib. You're supposed to use gardening metaphors with her. Something about digging in the dirt. Or pulling out worms. There's so many options.
Alright. We're grinding that. We're grinding that. Getting another stack of venomous would be kind of nice. Something that gives us poison blood would be great. Maybe we take a superior revolt ×2 to increase those odds. Works for me. I didn't even look at which one had the Quilling Cage. We have Quilling Cage at home. Okay, issue. I did not count my will. I don't know why I thought I had more will than this. Oi! Okay. Now we are in trouble. Mainly because we got this guy down here to deal with. I think we're going to lose another turn because of that. Because that slimp up there, like, totally scuffed us. Now, part of that was my positioning. Right? Like, it's not... I'm not... It's not a... that I had nothing to do with that. But it definitely doesn't look good for us. This is terrible, because we already took the other Og. So we would cancel out a purple Og to make this deal 100 damage. It's not terrible. Well, that definitely solves that. And no, Quilling Hoarder does not give us bonus damage. However, 2 of those look great. We can take some more Shadow. I don't know how we're getting out of that. Reduced Hellbort bindings down to 0. Cool. That's not too bad. Quilt Charm is also something. Kind of like this, though. Do we have anything that we want to grind? Do we really need 2 Trader's Daggers? I would say that it's more like we probably don't, because then we'll get Precision 6. We'll have Venomous 4. That won't really do much of anything. But it helps us go towards that in the future. probably grind this, and then we just need one more poison vestige. Yeah, I think that's our best move. And at this point, one of our items is receiving set tilt, so we are highly likely to see that item. Give me a big Quillen cage. Like, that's notable. I believe if I don't do this, I die here. And even if I do, take a ton of damage. Yeah, I think we're done. Like, even if we were to get rid of, like, this is 12 damage. So then we'd still take 24. We'd barely live, but then I don't know how we're getting out of this. Yeah, I probably ordered that wrong, but we're dead. Meep a meep bap. Wonder how the dailies turned out. I'm sure Leto probably did pretty good on it. I'm just trying to think of what we could have done differently. I suppose one thing that we definitely could have done differently is if we would have actually taken that poison on the first chunk instead of the second chunk. That would have meant the difference of making that fight, which wouldn't really have changed anything, but it would have meant that another augment. Well, is it exclusive? I'm pretty sure it's exclusive. If it is exclusive, it means that another one would have taken its place. We probably, since we knew that we were going to have a lot of money, should have re-rolled, been like very aggressive on that in order to solve our problem, which was either simply not enough AoE damage or, yeah, we were probably supposed to roll for a smoke bomb, to be honest. And that would have been very funny, very fun. But, yeah, I mean, we got bopped. Not much else to say about it. Hopefully you guys still had an enjoyable or educational time. We're down in page 6. And yeah, Leto got a perfect score. I'll have to ask him what he did. There's Rosbola down there. Yeah, everyone here did pretty decently. Well, at least we're not Bolzo. Maybe next day, Bolzo. I wish you luck. Anyways, I wish the rest of you guys a good day. And if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.